welcome everyone. Hope everyone's having a good week. I know I am. Man, oh man, what a great week of football we watched. Man, oh man. The refs again screwed up the games like always. Typical refs. But before we start the show, let's introduce you guys to my brief colleagues. Our first colleague I got over there, my good friend David. How you doing over there, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Then we got the so-called Mets fan. What happened to your Mets over there, Mr. Tony Monica? What happened to your Mets?
It happens, make the playoffs, and it happens. It's a new season when it's the playoffs.
Yeah, new season when the playoffs. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. You guys should not be even allowed to claim New York on your team. You guys are not a part of New York.
You shouldn't even be talking. Why are you even talking shit? You wouldn't even make a bet. You wouldn't even make a bet. You're so confident now that it's over, but you wouldn't make a bet.
Buddy, I'm always confident. I don't make money bets. But let's get into the show, guys.
You wouldn't even do the steak dinner.
It is economy, inflation through
the economy.
All right, let's go first off to Thursday Night Football, guys. What a game it was. Nah, that's a joke. Yeah, what a shit show that was. The Denver Broncos versus the Indianapolis Colts. Man, oh man, Russell Wilson, I know he had his. Antonio, I think you wanted to start off this. What do you thought about the whole breakdown? Let's see it from you.
So NFL, you got to get your heads out of your asses. 3 weeks, I think that in the first 5 weeks, Denver has had 3 primetime games. Have we not learned anything from their first 2 primetime games? They are trash. Russell's trash right now. I mean, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? No more primetime for Denver. It is terrible TV.
David, what do you got to say about this game, man? What a game it was.
It was a defensive battle. I mean, listen, both offenses were absolutely horrible. Russell Wilson, for a guy that's supposed to be a top 5 quarterback, he missed a wide open read over the middle that would have won the game. So, Russell, I'm still not counting him out yet, but I don't know, man. I've never seen a quarterback as elite like him miss reads like that. And I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I mean, the coaching wasn't great either. But Russell Wilson missed 2. I mean, first of all, he threw a pick to Gilmore in the end zone. Like, what? You could have kicked the field goal, gone up 6. The Colts would have go down the whole field and scored. Instead, it's 3rd and long. You throw a bomb, like, yards to your wide receiver, which is covered by Gilmore. It wasn't even close. I don't know. I think Russell's starting to become overrated now, if you ask me.
I think I gotta agree on that one, man. I don't know what Russell Wilson, buddy. I think your head's in your ass right now, bro. I don't know what you're doing over there. But I like to call out an analyst that saw Kyle Brandon. That was his analysis on Russell Wilson outside the field. First of all, no one cares what he does outside the field, pal. So please don't bring up that bullshit. But on another note, Russell Wilson, I don't know what the Denver Broncos is doing. You guys are struggling right now on offense. And this team has to turn around because you guys have no first-round pick. Seattle has your first-round pick. You guys have no first-round pick. You have a $245 million quarterback. You guys are not looking so hot right now, but it's a long season. Let's see what happens. Now, let's go to the great old London. And I just want to say that these 2 geniuses that should be banned to call themselves Giants fans. They had no hope in their team. No faith. How do you guys do that? And you guys not the only 2 Giants fans I'm talking about. I know other Giants fans outside, and they had no faith.
So let me shut you up because that's just a stupid remark.
Yes, it is.
Me and David know how to make picks. That's what the thing is. We had no idea. We had no idea what quarterback was going into that game. Why? Because we taped the show on Tuesday, the night after Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor got hurt. Okay? We also have a banged-up defense, banged-up offense. Okay? I mean, can you shame the 2 top picking guys on your show?
You don't go against the team. You don't go against the team.
That's ridiculous.
You don't go against the team. You always stay with the team, buddy. You don't go against the team. I told you don't never go against the team. You had no confidence in your guys.
And that's why your picking is never above 500.
Yes. At least I don't go against my team. I always go with my team no matter what the odds are, no matter what the challenges are. You should be banned to call yourself a Giants fan. But Dave, let's go to you now.
Then you're not a football analyst. You're a Denver jerk off.
Listen,
I mean,
listen. It doesn't matter if you're a game or not. You're basing it on the game. The Packers have more talent.
What do Packers have?
On paper, Packers are a better team.
Who the Packers have? The only guys for Rodgers at quarterback. What the wide receiver core? The wide receivers core is garbage.
Randall Cobb is a good goddamn wide receiver.
He's not the same in the car that he was back in the day in his prime, so that's not.
And he runs a 4.40. We don't have anybody like that.
And then the couple rookies he have are unbelievable.
They're going to be good, man. I'm telling you right now, just give them a year. But anyway, the reason I picked against the Giants was based on talent, based on defense. Their Packers defense usually comes to play. They just didn't come to play the second half. And honestly, the Giants made adjustments, and they could adjust to what the Giants were doing. It's just simple football. It's not about going against your team or anything like that. It's based on football knowledge. The Packers were coming in. It was kind of a must-win for them because that division started to get tight now with the Vikings starting to creep up. It was a must-win for them. They just couldn't pull through, and we did. I mean, that's just flat out what it comes down to. Jones didn't turn the ball over like he usually does. He did a great job. I cannot say anything bad about Daniel Jones this week. He did a great job holding on to the ball. The offensive line's finally blocking. Saquon was held in check for the first half. In the second half, he just ran loose like he did week one. Like I said, it's just a matter of time. It's like, do I think we're going to playoffs and winning the Super Bowl? No, not at all. But this is something we could build on. We just need to build on it. I'm not one of those Giant fans that's like, oh, my God, we're back. It's like the other season we went to the Super Bowl and all this. No. We're not like that. We're still a couple players away. Give us another year or two with the draft. We'll be there eventually. This coaching staff will have us there.
Okay, let's see, man. The Giants are cooking. That division.
So, let me give my synopsis on the game.
Yeah.
So, Daniel Jones needs some goddamn credit. I don't want to hear anyone's fucking mouth about this kid anymore. He has a banged up ankle. He went out there and he kicked fucking ass. Last five drives of the game, score after score after score, unanswered points. The safety wasn't, that's not Green Bay's points. That's our points that we gave them. I mean, there can't be any more shit talking about this guy. I'm sick and tired of hearing stupid analysts calling him, possibly the second or third worst quarterback in the league. That is absolute bullshit. That 86-yard drive at the end of the game to basically seal the game was unbelievable. Saquon Barkley right now probably looks like the best player in the league, just kicking ass left and right. You know what, man? David, I'm with you. I think we're a couple steps away, but you know what? Nothing will surprise me. I mean, we're kicking ass this year. Nothing will surprise me.
Hey, if we make the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised. Like they're saying, like, listen, at the end of the day, we used to play in the weakest division. Now we're in the toughest division in football. Cowboys are rock and rolling. The Eagles are rock and rolling. And listen, we gave the Cowboys all that we could. We just made some bad turnovers, and we could have won that game.
We could easily be 5-0 right now.
We could definitely be 5-0 right now. But I'm not one of those Giant fans that is like jumping up and down. We still need some players, man. But with the front office we have now, the coaching staff we have now, everybody believes they can win now. They have a coach that they believe in. That's what we needed, and it's finally happening. I'm happy to be a Giants fan again.
Hey, so with us talking about the Giants game, give me your honest opinion about these games in London, and next week I believe is Germany.
Yeah.
I don't care about the game in Mexico because the hours aren't terrible. But, I mean, can you imagine if we lived on the West Coast? We'd had to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to watch that game.
Listen, if you're a football fan, that's what you do.
Do what you got to do at the end of the year. Football fans,
I don't know.
What you got to do. Come on.
6:30 in the morning? I mean, this is America's game.
Yeah, expand into London and Europe eventually.
But they have the European leagues. I mean, come on, man.
Put teams over there now. They try to put teams over there in Europe now, which I don't know how they're going to do that. That traveling back and forth.
No, that's going to be terrible.
They're going to put.
It's just not going to. It can't happen.
If they're going to expand, the only way to expand is up into Canada.
Oh yeah,
which Buffalo, I believe, is going to start playing half their games in Toronto anyway.
I could see London. London isn't too bad. It's like going to the West Coast, so I could kind of see. It's just the time difference is a little off, but it's almost like I think it's like a 6-hour plane. I forgot. No, it's not even 6 hours. Actually,
no, I did it before. 5 hours.
6.5 hours to London, and then it's 8.5 hours to Italy. So I'm quite familiar with that flight.
Germany. So because I've been to Germany. But I can see a team in London.
I don't know. That might be asking a lot, man.
Listen, at the end of the day, imagine if a team from London has to go to the West Coast. You know how much rest they get for going to the West Coast? They're saving a day. They're getting pretty much a day extra to fly out to West Coast.
But they're not getting no rest either. You got to adjust your time schedule. You're going to be jet lag. You're not getting no rest. You're jet lag when you land off the plane.
When you go from London to West Coast, they're behind. Don't forget.
Yeah, really you gain hours when you come back to the United States. Yeah. You lose hours when you go, to Europe.
Yeah, when you go to if the 49ers played a team from London, a different story. Then they're really going to be jet lagged. That's why everybody goes a day earlier than they're supposed to.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it, man. Keep our games in America.
Let's see what happens. It's all about the money at the end of the day. You see money in Europe, they're out. It's all about the money, John Tony.
I don't know. I don't like pulling my hair out at 9:30 or 9:30 in the morning. I don't have much left.
All right. Now you guys mentioned up your division. Who's more you guys think is looking more scary right now? The Cowboys or the Eagles? Because right now it's the top. You include the Giants, the top 3 teams. What team right now you guys think is looking more scary? The Cowboys or the Eagles?
So the proper English phrase is scarier, not more scary.
Thank you very much. I never knew this was a grammar 101. Okay.
The scarier team right now to me is the Eagles, and let me explain why. Dallas is going to have a serious problem on their hand over the next couple weeks because they're pushing Dak to come back. But why? I mean, the backup is doing amazing. Let Dak rest, get completely healthy. But I think there's going to be an issue, and they're going to rush him back. I think the Eagles are the scarier team, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it's the opposite. I think it's the as much as it hurts me saying this, I think it's the Cowboys. That defense is insane. Hurst is going to have no time to throw the ball. I just feel like that defense is they're ferocious. And they're finally playing Cowboys football like they used to do. You run the football first. You don't pass. I'm just afraid that when that comes back, that whole offense is going to change back to the way it was, where it was pass first versus run first. And everybody gave Zeke Elliott shit like, oh, he's done. He's not playing bad this year. Him and Pollard are a good 1-2 punch, man.
I got to be honest. I'd probably make Pollard number 1 and number 2. Pollard is balling his ass off right now.
Pollard is.
You're paying Elliott that money though, so you got to make Elliott number 1.
No, but I'm just. Elliott's the one that beats defense. You hit it. It's like a ram. You keep hitting the defense. Then you bring in Pollard. He's the finesse guy. He's the one that'll make you miss 1 or 2 tackles. He's the one that could catch the ball out of the backfield. Listen, it hurts me to say this, but the Cowboys just need to go back to the way they used to do with Emmitt Smith. They used to run the ball first. Troy Aikman would do play action, go long to Michael Irvin, and that's how they made a living.
Okay. Dak is not accurate enough to do that.
He might not be accurate, but listen, at the end of the day, Gallup's back. Gallup wasn't there the first game they played too. So I'm telling you, I don't like the Cowboys at all. It would not surprise me if they go far this year. I don't want them to, but that defense, man, if they keep playing the way it could be a fraud. We're only 5 games into the season. Who knows? The next 5 games, somebody that we might have not expected might be the next 5-0 team. And be like, oh my God, did you expect this? No, I didn't. That's the thing with the NFL. It goes in spurts.
So if you're Cowboys management, are you? Once again, I know you're paying Dak. Cooper Rush is playing a good form of football right now.
Listen, with the game on the line with 2 minutes, do you want Cooper Rush or do you want Dak? At the end of the day, I would rather have Dak.
Cooper Rush is 5-0 in his first 5 starts ever.
Yeah, but Cooper Rush also hasn't had to lead the Cowboys from down. He's never played in the playoffs. He's, like I said, he's on a kick right now. But who knows? The Eagles might come out and smash him. He really hasn't played. The Rams are good on defense, but they're not good on offense. They cannot score. Stafford couldn't do nothing last week. Name one good team. The Giants good offense like the Eagles do.
And they have Allen Robinson ain't doing shit out there either. I don't know.
But the Eagles have the most complete offense aside from the AFC teams, because all the AFC teams crushed that, in my opinion, the NFC teams. The Eagles have the best overall offense in the NFL, in the NFC right now. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if really defense wins championships, because now Micah Parsons is going to go get that paycheck. They're going to say, hey, this is how you're going to get paid in the future. Go get him.
Well, what does he have? He's under a rookie contract for what, another year and a half?
Another year, too, actually. He's only like I think it's his second year this year.
No. This third year.
I can't remember. I thought it was like another year and a half or something.
On a rookie contract, but listen, at the end of the day, you pay Diggs all that money. This is how you make your money. Simple. You're playing the number one team in the NFL right now. See what you got.
Okay. Let's see what happens, guys. Now, ever since Tua, I don't know how to say his phone. Tua got banged up on Miami Dolphins. These refs have been very QB protective. And now it costs 2 games right now. I don't know if you guys saw last game, the Raiders game, when Derek Carr got sacked. It was not even that bad by Jones. They threw a flag and said threw a flag for QB roughing. Then they did the same thing against Tom Brady, but that shit did not make sense because Tom Brady egged that shit to the fullest, and then he started kicking the guy in the head, and he didn't get a penalty. That guy who was sack gave that sack got the penalty. What can these defense do now? At this point, this is looking like flag football. At this point, these quarterbacks.
So I'm going to go back several years here. Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys remember Matthias Kiwanuka.
Yeah, of course.
Great defensive end for the Giants. His rookie year, he had Tony Romo sacked basically for the end of the game. Instead of pushing him down to the ground, I guess they call that forceful, whatever. He was afraid he was going to get flagged. Tony Romo got out of the sack versus, the refs blowing the whistle dead, and the game basically was over. Cowboys ended up winning. And ever since that time, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. You can't even touch the quarterbacks. Like even like a slap to the head. If you're passing by them, you hit them in the head. Just a slap on the head, that's a penalty.
Yeah, but that's always.
I can understand if you're grabbing the face mask or you're doing a clothesline technique like they did in the 70s. That's one thing. But if an offensive guard is holding me by my chest and I'm running by and I slap him on his chest protector and it goes up and hits him in the head, why is that a penalty?
Because it's still a penalty. It doesn't matter. You hit any part of a face.
I mean, that's not football anymore. Face mask is one thing, understood, 100%. But if I'm hitting you on the side of the head where your ear is on a slap, and it, I didn't even take you down, and you didn't even flinch. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Said it best yesterday. He goes, "How am I supposed to land on somebody? I'm 320 pounds. I have a ball in my hand. I have ripping out of the quarterback's hand. How do you want me to land?" And he's right. How do you expect somebody to land like that? He's going to land on top of somebody because he's stripping the ball out. The whole thing is like, I just don't understand. Like, I get they're trying to protect people. Like, you could clearly see when someone gets slammed. Like, the whole Tom Brady thing, I think, was even worse because Jarrett didn't even slam him to the ground. He just threw him to the ground.
Just remember, Brady's probably getting the Michael Jordan rule a little bit.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's you want to protect players. Okay, the flagship. What actually Jeff Saturday said today on ESPN was they should review every roughing the passer call and see if
how long the game's gonna take then, to David. At that point, you're talking about every other play gonna be viewed.
Well, I mean, there's probably 2 roughing the passer plays every game.
That's gonna be like the pass interference penalty. Do you remember how you could review the pass interference and then they took the alpha after 1 year when they brought that pass interference when he could challenge the pass?
Listen, this is ruining games now. The Falcons didn't get the ball back after that play, and Chris Jones, the Chiefs actually got an interception. I think it was when he ripped the ball out, it was a turnover. It was 1st and 10. The game should have never been that close.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you might as well just put red shirts on the quarterback.
Yeah, and like Jeff Saturday said, like these roughing the passer calls, everybody's in an uproar about it. He goes, the only way to fix it is to review it. And if they still think it's that way, then we're just going to have to live with it. But at least they looked at it. It's simple. You're gonna have to review. It's the world we live in now. The world we live in now is just you're gonna have to review everything because they're trying too hard to basically protect everybody. If they're trying to protect people, do something about their helmets. Do something with the shoulder pads. Do something with the equipment. Don't make football like people like me. When I played in college, I wish I had some of these rules. I wish the way it is now. I probably played multi-games in college with a concussion. I don't know. You have all these science and everything now. Do something with the equipment. It's not coming together with the NFL saying, hey, why don't we do something with the equipment? They're not. It's always, this game's rough. This game's this game's that. Okay, well, so rough, then make equipment to protect people. Simple.
Okay. Let's see what happens in this one, man. This game is getting less and less fun every day. While we're still in the talk,
especially for you.
Shut up. Okay. Now we're talking about the Raiders. I don't know if you guys saw last night. Davante Adams threw a cameraman for no reason. Cameraman did not do no taunting. He threw him from one thing to the other. The camera guy is now pressing charges against Davante Adams. Do you guys believe the NFL should suspend Davante Adams for what he did last night?
They're probably going to do something. He's probably going to get a little fine. And the charges aren't going to get pressed. His agent is probably on the phone with this guy saying, "Listen, man, how much is the check we got to write you to shut your mouth?" Now, I did watch some of the video. It's not like the guy was just standing there. I can understand Davante Adams was a little pissed off, but the cameraman was running across as Davante Adams was coming through, and he kind of shoved him. He had no right to, but it's not like the guy was just standing there and he picked him up and he threw him. That's not what happened. He shoved the guy out of the way as he was trying to get to the locker room. Once again, that doesn't make it right, but still, it's not like he picked the guy up and he body slammed him. That didn't happen.
Oh yeah, listen, you could have very easily just walked past him. You could have very easily walked past. Clearly, he was frustrated with the whole Hunter Renfrow when the fourth. You could clearly see it in his face. He was pissed off about it. He's pissed off because he went to the Raiders. He thought he was going to be a 5-0 team, and they stink right now.
1-4 at the bottom.
They don't stink, I should say, because if they
lost all close games, all one-score games they lost.
You put another division. You put them in the AFC South. They probably win that conference where the Colts are. But I'm just saying, he's frustrated. Where if he were to stay with the Packers, really, if the Packers had Davante still, they're 5-0 team right now.
Okay, let's see what. Okay, either there, that one, David. But okay, I'll let you up.
Yeah, I see a 2 or 3 game suspension possibly happening. But like I said, he's not going to get charges pressed against him. That the Davante Adams agent, like I said, is on the phone with the guy saying, "Hey, man, how much is the check we got to write you to keep your mouth shut?"
He might get a game, if anything, might, and that's a huge might. I can't see that being longer than that because NFL is based on ratings. The Raider game, nobody will watch if Davante's not playing. He's the best wide receiver in football. Let's be honest here.
I think people are going to the games in Vegas because it's in Vegas.
But at the end of the day, are you going to – all right, that's like saying you go to a Bulls game, right, when Michael Jordan was playing. You paid courtside seats for a ticket. You don't want to see Michael Jordan play?
We're comparing Chicago to Las Vegas. That's almost like the hockey team out there. I don't know if people are necessarily going to the hockey game. I think they're just going because it's Vegas.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm just saying, I would be upset if I put a ticket, if I'm a fan. A fan, I said, not somebody just going to game. A fan.
Yeah, no, agreed.
I would be pretty upset that Davante is not playing. But also, I can't be that upset. He's an idiot. It's not like he's sitting out just to sit out like some of these other NBA players do.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Before we do our weekly picks, let's talk about the last game. I cannot believe at the score. The Jets won another game, 40-17. Are the New York Jets cooking something over there?
I don't know if they're cooking something right now. I think they got hot at the right time, and they took it out on a Tua-less Miami team, which I got to be honest, I'm not sure even if Tua was there if they were going to win that game. the Jets put up 40 friggin' points. That's a lot of scoring. Good for them. Good for them.
Okay. David, what do you think on that one, buddy?
The Jets played a beat-up Dolphins team, but you can't take away a win. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, listen, you got to give the credit. Jets football hasn't been successful in a couple of years. They have some really good wins this year so far.
I mean, 40 points is legit.
But they also took Bridgewater out for that little concussion too. They didn't have Bridgewater either for most of the game. Bridgewater got benched with concussion.
The Jets defense is actually looking pretty good right now. So, listen, I'm happy for them. Like New York right now with the, obviously the Mets and then the Yankees and then the Giants and Jets. Like New York is starting to get back to the way it's supposed to be. The Knicks, I don't know about, but listen, in terms of football, I can't remember the last time the Jets and the Giants were both having good years together. So,
okay.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good for New York.
100%.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. All right, Tony, that time of night again. Can you give our viewers the predictions for last week? Who won, who lost?
Okay, so just to let you guys know, I'm running away with it, baby. I am running away with it. 13 victories last week. Boom. Crazy. And I went against the Giants, which is something I don't typically do. But, it happened. David and John Paul, 10 wins apiece. Solid. And Umir, 7 victories. Not even 500.
Last week. Last week was 6. Let's start from the bottom over here.
Now, going... And just to kind of top it off, kind of toot my hat a little bit of my horn a little bit more. Gents, out of 4 weeks, your boy first place 3 weeks in a row, or 3 weeks out of the 4. So right now, as it stands, I have 41 victories. David, you have 40. You're right behind me.
Wow.
John Paul has 38. Umir, you got 25. Now, just so we can kind of see what percentages look like.
Oh, good.
Umir, your win percentage is 39%. 39%.
If somebody went against you, actually having a good year this year.
My brother, John Paul, is at 54%. A little bit more than half, not that great, though. David, you're at 63%. And I'm at 64%. David, if we were in Vegas, man, we'd probably be making some serious money. 63 and 64% is pretty good picks.
Yeah, but you have to also realize, too, for us, there's no spread, so it's a little...
Yeah, no spreads, just victories, straight victories.
All right, you ready, guys? I'm going to kick it off.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, I know you're the elderly community. You like to forever to write down stuff.
No, because I actually work for a living, my paperwork is all kind of all over the place.
Any day now.
I'm ready.
All right, John Paul, miss you, buddy. Hopefully you're back next week with us, buddy. Hopefully you're back next week. All right, first game, David, I'm going to start it off for you, buddy. We got the Washington Commanders versus the Chicago Bears.
God. Bears.
Bears?
Yep.
Okay. Tony, here you go, buddy.
This is such a tough shit game. I just can't see Washington continue to suffer loss after loss after loss. Even though the Bears are suffering loss after loss after loss. I'm gonna go Washington on this one.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the Chicago Bears. I think that they're gonna get the job done, the home team. Now we got the Baltimore Ravens coming in to play the New York Giants. David, who you got, buddy?
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Ravens.
David? Tony?
Does this have letdown game written all over it? After the humongous win against Green Bay. Ugh.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Giants. Okay?
I got to go G-Men.
I'm going to go with the Giants, too.
I hate you bastard.
Next up, we got a big game. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Indianapolis Colts. David, who you going, buddy?
Colts.
You said Colts?
Yeah.
I'm going Jaguars.
I got to go Indy.
All right. The next big game we got is the Patriots versus the Browns. David, who you going, buddy?
Oof. I don't know, man. The Patriots are hot right now. Come back to me.
Okay, Tony?
I'm going Patriots.
I'm going Patriots, too.
I gotta go Browns.
Okay. Next up, we got Joe Burrow's Bengals versus Andy Dalton Saints, I believe. I don't know who's starting. I believe Andy Dalton should be healthy for this game. David, who you going, buddy?
I'm going Bengals.
Okay, Tony?
I got to go Cincy also.
I'm going Bengals as well, Dad. I'm going Bengals as well. And next game, we got Tom Brady's Buccaneers versus Mike Tomlin's Steelers. David, who you going, buddy?
Bucks.
Next up, we got the San Fran 49ers coming into Atlanta Falcons. Who you guys got, David? Who you got, buddy?
Niners.
That's easy.
Niners as well. Next up, we got the New York Jets going into Green Bay, Wisconsin. David, who you going, buddy?
Packers.
Tony?
Packers.
I'm going with the New York Jets. Next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings playing the Miami Dolphins. Unknown if Tua will be playing this game. David, who you going, buddy?
God. Do you know where the game's being played?
Miami. They're playing in Miami.
Playing in the Yams. Come back to me.
Okay.
Going Vikings.
Okay, David?
God. I'm going to go Vikings only because Tua's out and Bridgewater might not play too.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Vikings as well, guys.
Come on.
Next game, we got the Carolina Panthers, who do not have a coach. They fired Matt Ruley today versus the LA Rams. Tony, here we go, buddy.
They suck right now, but I'm still going to go with the Rams.
Okay. I'm going Rams, so I can't see them losing 2 in a row.
I'm going to see. I think Carolina's going to tank it, so I'm going to go with the LA Rams as well. I see Carolina tanking for the rest of the year. Next up game we got the Arizona Cardinals versus my former team, the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. David, who you going, buddy?
Wait, who is it? Seahawks versus who?
Cardinals.
I can't see the Cardinals losing again. Cardinals.
Okay, Tony?
Seattle's been playing their ass off. I mean, I'm super surprised at Gina Smith.
You're an asshole.
You know what, man? I'm gonna do a little bit weird this week, and I am picking a little weird. I'm going Seattle.
Me too, man. I'm going Seattle too.
God.
All right. Next game we got is the Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs, man. They're playing this game in KC. I know I see those faces already. It's going to be a tough game to pick. I'm going to start off with Tony first. Tony, who are you going with?
Buffalo Bills.
Okay. David, who are you going, buddy?
This is a revenge game, Bills.
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game. It's at Kansas City home. They ain't going to lose the game. Next game we got is the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. Tony, who are you going, buddy?
Like I said, I think no, this is so crazy. Are the Eagles going to start 6-0? I hate this. It makes me sick to my stomach. Dallas.
Okay. Tony, David?
Dallas. I'm going Dallas. Defense wins championships, and this is the first real defense that Eagles face. So let's see if the Eagles are for real with this defense.
I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. I got Philly winning. Next game, Monday Night Football. It's a great matchup. Another primetime game. Another fourth primetime game. The fourth primetime game they had. We got my team, the Denver Broncos, playing the LA Chargers in Charger land. Tony, who you got, buddy?
No. So we're gonna start with you, right? We're gonna see if you have any football acumen here.
I think Russell was gonna come to play because he can't go 2-4 in that division. Okay.
Right, Tony.
Anyone except for Denver.
You took Chargers?
Yes.
Okay.
I just can't see Denver losing again, like how they've been. I can't. but the Chargers played awesome last week.
I mean, when's the last time Denver scored a touchdown? Did they score a touchdown this past week?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they did? No. They haven't scored a touchdown in 2 weeks.
I should go Broncos because you're always supposed to go with your gut. But I think the Chargers are at home.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
All right, all viewers, make sure you guys go with me if you guys want to win. I am the future of the betting. If you guys want to win the bets, go with my predictions. If you want to lose, go with the rest of the other two guys. Hope all my viewers had a great day today.
Guys, do not bet. Don't listen to him. No betting. It's your business, your money.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony likes to play bingo with his money at the bingo hall in Senior Citizen Days. All right, guys.
I win sometimes.
Hope all of you have a good day. See you guys next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.